About a week ago, I made a video showing you 3 ways how to make and edit multicam timelines using multiple GoPro cameras. And today, I'm going to give you a short update. One of my subscribers commented that GoPro Labs can be used to address some of the issues that I encountered while making the multicam timelines using the 3 methods I described in that video. See the link above for that video. The subscriber was Old Lady Angler, who has an instructive fishing channel, and I will give you her YouTube channel using the QR code shown below, and I encourage you to check it out. QR codes are a segue where I'm going to talk about GoPro Labs, which uses QR codes to inject small pieces of firmware to the GoPros to address different issues and give you new features that are not normally present in the GoPro when they come out of the box. So stay tuned and I'll show you how you can more easily edit multicam timelines using multiple GoPro cameras that have been modified using GoPro Labs. This is not going to be a review of GoPro Labs, as there are videos describing their potential, but rather the use of GoPro Labs to address issues and methods I described in my last video. The 4 Q codes that I will discuss in this video address the following issues. Number 1, setting the time on all your GoPros so that you can use time codes to sync. Number 2, naming the GoPro files so that you can easily distinguish between GoPros. Number 3, setting the chapter size to 12 gigabytes from 4 gigabytes, provided you have at least 64 gigabytes memory card. And 4, automatically making DaVinci compatible proxies. I mean automatic. They're just there. So that's really useful if you like to use proxies. And I encourage you to check out GoPro Labs. There's many other features that you can add to your GoPro. And so stay tuned for these 4, though, that will affect using GoPros to edit multicam timelines. Okay, so this is the first thing that you do is you have to bring up as you can see, this is what the time code, the QR code looks like. And while you're recording, it doesn't activate the camera because I'm recording this on a GoPro. And I have 2 others here that I'm going to actually synchronize time. Hear it? So that one's synchronized. Let's put that down. And then we'll synchronize this one. So once you're synchronized, now you can start recording. So I have my remote control. And I'm going to start both of these at the same time. So I'll just record for a little while. And what I'll do is I'll show you that you can synchronize these. I'll do maybe 4 clips times 2, so I'll have 8 clips I'll have to synchronize. Okay, so we're in DaVinci Resolve, and the first thing we're going to do is we'll go to the cut page and we'll import the media. You see this icon here? After you import your media, click on it and you could sync the clips. We're going to sync it by time code and click sync, and there they are. They're all synced. And now we can save the sync. So we will take the first 4. Actually, let's pick 11B because those are the ones that I'm using. The camera B is the one that's on my shoulder, and I use that for the sound, for the audio. And we'll add those to the timeline. So I hit append. Now I'll just place. So I'll just record. What I'll do is show you that. Click on live update. Now you see both clips. And now we can lay down the second one right on top. And you see they're perfectly aligned. That was the end of the clip. So let's start the next one. For example, just to show you going from one to the next. Short clip. And these are going to be all different distances, time lengths, and you'll see that on the timeline. So that's it. That's it for this section. Okay, in this next section, we're going to talk about naming the GoPro files so that you can easily distinguish between GoPros. And you go to the GoPro Labs firmware website, and you can see this shows you which GoPros you can use. It goes down to Hero 5 actually. Now here's your list of QR codes. Okay, so it's called altered file naming. So you click on it. Here's where you put in your file name, whatever you want it to be, and the QR code is generated. The QR code will generate based on name of the file, no blank spaces. And you can see that would be the QR code that you would read in. And of course, the QR code is changing here because the time is changing. And the name is based on the time that the file was created. And now you can click here to make this file name permanent so that every time you use this GoPro, it'll have this alternate file name. Okay, so that's it for this one. It's fairly straightforward, but it's important if you're trying to use a lot of files from different GoPros for multicam editing. Okay, the next section we're going to talk about setting the chapter size to 12 gigabytes from 4, provided you have at least a 64 gigabyte card. And that's just a simple click. So let's just find that. Okay, it's called large chapter. See it right here. Click on it. And there's some restrictions, but you need a 64. You can make it up to 12 gigabytes. So just if that's an issue for you, if you don't want to have chapters in your clips, then just use this QR code, and I believe this is permanent. There's some limitations. I mean, you can't play back on your camera. It won't play back these larger files, larger than 4 gigabytes. Okay, so let's go on to the last one, which is proxies. This is really nice. It's right here. It's DaVinci compatible proxies. So this explains to you how what's done here, and you click enable proxies, and then you want to click here where it says DaVinci style Hero 11 only, and which is really nice because it creates a folder, puts all the proxy files in the folder on your memory card. So all you do is you drag all the files that are on your memory card to your system drive or wherever you're going to keep your media files, and with the same file structure. And then whenever you load those files into DaVinci Resolve, it'll know where the proxy files are located, and they will automatically be linked. You don't have to do anything. It's just so easy compared to the method I described in my previous video, which I didn't know about this, and I had to rename the files using script files and the Windows PowerShell, and it was just a lot of work. This is just automatic, so this is great. So these are the only 4 ones that I wanted to go over, because I could have used these when I made my last video for editing multicam clips in DaVinci Resolve from multiple GoPros, and it makes the job a lot easier. So I wanted to make sure I brought my video up to date. So thanks for watching.